Neon flickers once, then stay. City exhales night away. Streetlights hum their amber tune. Pavement glows beneath the moon. Concrete shining from the rain. Footsteps echo now and name. Coffee steaming, muted light. Everything feels time just right. Old reflections in the glass. Nothing rushed, nothing passed. Baseline hums beneath the street. Heartbeat finding something sweet. Windows breathing one by one. The city's secrets just begun. Taxi lights like fireflies paint the distance, paint the skies. No need to hurry, let it breathe. Every sound exactly where it needs. Doors are open, night is wide. We just step in, let it slide, let it slide, let it flow. This is all we need to know. In the rhythm, in the space, time dissolves without a trace. Subway rumbles deep below. Hidden rivers start to flow. Strangers passing, eyes ahead. Living stories left unsaid. Cigarette smoke curls and fades. Conversations escapade. Someone laughs from up above. Ooh, this is something close to love. Brick and iron hold their breath. Life and almost death. Every corner holds a song. We've been here all along. No need to hurry, let it breathe. Every sound exactly where it needs. Doors are open, night is wide. We just step in, let it slide, let it slide, let it flow. This is all we need to know. In the rhythm, in the space, time dissolves without a trace. Silence talks between the drums. The night says more than anyone. In the pause, in the gap, that's where everything unwraps. Ooh. Dawn is patient, waits its turn, while the city lights still burn. We're suspended in between, the softest blue you've ever seen. Nobody rushing toward the sun. The night's not finished, not quite done. Hold this moment, let it stay before it melts into the day. No need to hurry, let it breathe. Every sound exactly where it needs. Doors are open, night is wide. We just step in, let it slide, let it slide, let it flow. This is all we need to know. In the rhythm, in the space, time dissolves without a trace. Neon steady, shadows come. The groove has only just begun. City whispers hold us close. This is what we need the most. Concrete breathing, slow and deep. The kind of promise that we keep. Nothing ends and nothing starts. Just the baseline in our hearts. Streetlights stretch across the ground, low and humming, settling in. Pavement holds the evening sound. Let the slower pulse begin. Shoes move softer than they sound. City pacing slowed me down. Coffee rings on polished wood. Everything feels understood. Reflections bending in the glass. Nothing heavy, nothing fast. Baseline leaning just enough, pulling me without a rush. Windows dimming one by one. The hurried hours come undone. Shoulders drop, the tension fades. We're walking through the serenade. Let it roll, don't push the night. Every step feels time just right. Velvet moving under stone. Finding rhythm of our own. Finding rhythm, finding ground. In the space between the sound. No destination, just a flow. Wherever this groove wants to go. Shared language in the contrast between the noise and the still. The city bends to its own will. Taxi breaks a distant horn. Jazz club doorway slightly worn. Someone's laughter spills outside. We let the current be our guide. Every shadow knows a score. Every alley holds a chord. Something ancient, something new. What is true? Let it roll, don't push the night. Every step feels time just right. Velvet moving under stone. Finding rhythm of our own. Finding rhythm, finding ground. In the space between the sound. No destination, just the flow. Wherever this groove wants to go. Space between the kick and snare tells me everything is there. What we need is in the gap, in the silence, in the lap of the drums that hold us close. That's the language no one knows, but everyone can feel it move through the concrete, through the groove. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh. Oh, 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 oh. Neon signs begin to blur. Time becomes a gentle slur. We're not counting anymore, just the feeling at the core. Street musicians pack their case, but the rhythm stays in place. In our chest, beneath our feet, in the slowness, bittersweet. Let it roll, don't push the night. Every step feels time just right. Velvet moving under stone. Finding rhythm of our own. Finding rhythm, finding ground. In the space between the sound. No destination, just the flow. Let the city tell us where to go. City breathing, steady tone. Groove feels warmer than before. Something settling in our bones. Something worth staying out for. The bass still humming underneath. The perfect space where we can breathe. No beginning and no end. Just the city and its bend. Street lights stretching long and low. This is all we need to know. corner light, city moving half asleep. Shadows dancing soft and slide in the hours we get to keep. Yeah. Coffee cooling by my side, baseline drawing out the time. Windows fog, reflections fade, every thought in soft delay. Street outside in muted tones, roads caught speaking low and slow. Nothing pulling, nothing loud, just enough to stay around. The clock hand barely seemed to turn. In this light, we start to learn how to live inside the pause, find the beauty in the flaws. No alarm, no need to run, night's still young, we're not done. Every sound sits where it fits, let the moment take its shift. Take its shift, take its time, everything in perfect line. Not a word needs to be said, just a groove inside our head. Cigarette smoke curls and climbs, final spin in borrowed times. Someone laughing down the hall, echoes softer than the call. Raindrops tapping on the pane, gentle rhythm, no refrain. Just a pattern that repeats, like a heartbeat underneath. The world outside can wait its turn. Let the candle slowly burn. We've got everything we need in this quiet velvet speed. No alarms, no need to run, night's still young, we're not done. Every sound sits where it fits, let the moment take its shift. Take its shift, take its time, everything in perfect line. Not a word needs to be said, just a groove inside our head. Between the notes, the silence stays, that's where the feeling learns my name. In the space, the empty air, that's where I know you're really there. Every rest holds more than sound. In the gaps we both are found. Don't need to fill the space with words, just the things that go unheard. Growing dim, but we're not ready to give in to the morning or the rush, to the world that has too much. Hear the seconds stretch and bend, no beginning and no end, just the warmth of where we are, close enough and not too far. Let the outside fade away, we're not counting down the days, just this room, this gentle sound. This is holy ground we found. No alarms, no need to run, night's still young, we're not done. Every sound sits where it fits, let the moment take its shift. Take its shift, take its time, everything in perfect line. Not a word needs to be said, just the groove Kick lands soft, then comes alive. Floor remembers how to move. Something waking in the vibe, finding pockets in the groove. Baseline stretching out the room, every step feels slightly new. Lights don't rush, they learn the pace, finding rhythm in the space. Shoes slide closer to the beat, concrete hums beneath the feet. Nothing loud, but nothing still, every moment bending will. Shoulders dropping, tension gone, something pulling us along. Not too fast, not too slow, just the way the body knows. Let it lift, just a touch, feel the bounce, don't do too much. Body answers, no debate. This the speed the night creates. This the speed, this the sway. Let it carry you away, no resistance, just release. Moving brings a certain peace. Keeping time, sweat up here and feeling fine. Eyes are closed but bodies talk in a language of the walk. Snare cuts through the humid air. Everybody's welcome here, in the pocket, in the zone, dancing like you're not alone. And hands are rising on their own, hearts are beating, fully grown into something we can't name, but we're playing the same game. Let it lift, just a touch, feel the bounce, don't do too much. Body answers, no debate. This the speed the night creates. This the speed, this the sway. Let it carry you away, no resistance, just release. Moving brings a certain peace between the kick and open hat. That's where the feeling settles at. In the space we don't control, that's where movement finds the soul. Don't think it, just let it be. Let the rhythm set you free. Every gap between the sound, that's where magic can be found. Now the room is breathing one. What was separate comes undone. Every person in the flow, moving fast but feeling slow. Time expands and then contracts in the space between the tracks. We're not strangers anymore, just bodies on a common floor, lost inside the perfect loop. Every movement in the group finds its place without a plan. This is how we understand. Let it live, just a touch, feel the bounce, don't do too much. Body answers, no debate. This the speed the night creates. This the speed, this the sway. Let it carry you away, no resistance, just release. Moving brings a certain peace, brings a peace, brings a joy, something nothing can destroy. In this moment, on this floor, this is what we're living for. No turning back, but no full run. The groove just learned to have some fun. Still expanding, still in play. Bodies moving their own way. Kicks still landing, still alive. Floor still teaching us to dive into rhythms yet unknown, but feeling just like coming home. Bass still stretching, light still learn. Nowhere else we need to turn. Just this moment, just this beat, just the language of our feet. Listen close. Let the low end speak. Bass talk first, no explanation. Flawless, no hesitation. Just the vibration, low and moving through the room. Every step locked in the groove. Air is thick, the vibe is tight. Nothing wrong, it's all just right. Lights reflect off every sound. Nothing floats, we stay ground bound. Digging deep into the floor. Always hungry, wanting more. Can you feel it in your chest? Put the thinking to the rest. It's a language we all know. Current starting to flow. Bass goes first, then we follow. Beat strong, mind goes hollow. No delay, no second guess. This the moment we confess. Lock in and hold it tight. Bass is guiding us tonight. Oh yeah. Hands don't need to say a word. Body answers what it heard. Frequencies that pull you in, where the rhythm likes to spin. Rhythm heavy, feeling like everything aligns tonight. Caught inside the pocket deep, waking up from heavy sleep. Can you feel it in your chest? Put the thinking to the rest. It's a language we all know. Current starting to flow. Bass goes first, then we follow. Beat strong, mind goes hollow. No delay, no second guess. This the moment we confess. Lock it in and hold it tight. Bass is guiding us tonight. Kicking bass in conversation. Perfect timing, no translation. Strictly business, strictly fun. Don't need nothing else to say. Let the bottom end just play. Just let it play. Oh yeah. That's it. Feel the floor shaking. Don't stop. Don't stop. Oh yeah. Now we're moving as a whole. Music taking full control. Sweat is shining on the skin. Can't remember where we've been. Only here and only now. Wiping troubles off the brow. Baseline driving like a train. Echoing inside the brain. Then we follow. We follow where it goes. Hard to let go, so hollow, yeah. Oh yeah. Lock it in and hold it tight. Bass is guiding us tonight. This is it. When the night forgets our names, that low end still feels the same. Feels the same. Bass talk first. Last word to just a kick in the bass. Oh yeah. Just a kick in the bass. Oh yeah. Just a kick in the bass. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Lights bounce off another glass. Baseline steady, built to last. Ice clinks rhythm with the beat. City heat meets neon heat. Conversations in the air. Laughter folding into sound. Every step feels shared somehow. Room is breathing all around. Mirrors catching half a smile. Time gets loose but stays aligned. Nothing heavy, nothing forced. Just the rhythm holding course. Shoulders touch, we don't mind. Strangers becoming intertwined. In the haze and strobe and flash, we're all riding the same crash. Between the drink and all the lights, we don't need to say it twice. Hands move first, the rest comply. This the part where nights collide. Where nights collide and sparks ignite. Where wrong decisions feel so right. For another, lose the thread. Live inside your body instead. Bartender knows the look by now. One more round without the how. Crystal cuts through amber glow. Inhibitions moving slow. Fingertips on wet condensation. Feeling like a revelation. Every sip a small surrender. Making moments we'll remember. Or forget by Monday morning. Either way, there's no fair warning. somehow. Phone is dead, but who needs proof when you're living in the truth of the moment of the scene? Most alive you've ever been, in a room of beautiful strangers, dancing close to all the dangers. Morning's just a myth we tell. Right now we're under a spell, cast by bass in Bottega. Tonight we're all together. No tomorrow, no regrets, just the high that hasn't hit yet. One more song, one more dance, one more ill-advised romance. Between the drinks and all the lights, we don't need to say it twice. Hands move first, the rest comply. It's the part where nights collide and sparks ignite, where wrong decisions feel so right. For another, lose the thread. Live inside your body instead. Inside your body, out your mind. Leave your better judgment behind. This is church for the reckless. This is what perfection is. When the room forgets the clock, the groove keeps everyone locked. In a moment crystallized between the bass and bloodshot eyes. Lights still bouncing off the glass. Hours moving way too fast, but right now feels an infinite, and we're all complicit in it. The bartender pours the last call, but nobody hears it all. Too busy living in the sound, too busy never coming down. Baseline steady, baseline true, the only thing that sees us through. When the room forgets the clock, we stay locked. Room forgets the lock, we stay locked.
Lights steady, nothing rushed. Floor knows how to move. Silk over concrete, velvet crush. Nothing left to prove. Yeah. Every step inside the line, no need pushing past the time. Bass stays low, drums stay clean. Smoothest space I've ever been. Conversations fade to sound. Rhythm holds the room around. Nothing louder than it needs. That's the way the night proceeds. Cool without trying to be cool. Everybody knows the rule. Less is more when more is less. Understated excellence. Easy now, let it ride. Everything already aligned. No mistakes, no regret. It's the code, the floor respect. It's the code, it's the way. Sophistication on display. Effortless and crystalline. The most elegant I've ever seen, yeah. Champagne bubbles catch the light. Conversation polished bright. Every movement economized. Grace in how we synchronize. Silk shirts breathing with the bass. Measured smiles, perfect pace. Not a hair or beat misplaced. Luxury of being tasteful. No one sweating, no one tries. Just the languid in our eyes. Knowing glances cross the room. We all understand the tune. This is mastery in motion. Control but with emotion. Never desperate, never loud. Confidence without the ground. Everything around. No mistakes, no regret. This the code, the floor respect. This the code, this the way. Sophistication on display. Effortless and crystalline. The most elegant I've ever seen. When the groove is understood, you don't prove it, you just move. With precision, with restraint. Every gesture like it's paint. On a canvas made of time. Every accent, every line. Calculated but not cold. This is how the masters hold. Caught without demanding it. Power in the way we sit back against the leather boot. If it's elegance and truth, quality show. 3 a.m. but nothing's tired, just refined and still inspired. Conversations getting deeper while the rhythm's getting sleeker. Someone's laughing but it's low, everything's undertow, pulling us towards something real in the way we move and feel. No pretense, no facade, just the pleasure of the night, shared between the ones who know how to let the excellence show. This the language of the refined, where the body meets the mind in a space that's understood by the ones who always could. Easy now, everything already aligned. No mistakes, no regret. This the code, the floor is the code. This the code, this the way. Sophistication on display, effortless and crystalline, the most elegant I've ever seen. Elegant and self-assured, every movement is a word in a language few can speak, but the fluent always seek. Last strong stretch before the fade, perfect night, perfectly played. Not a note out of its place, not a moment gone to waste. Standards held without a sound in the way we move around each other, round the beat, making excellence look sweet. Light steady, still composed. Flow remembers how it goes when the code is understood. Yeah, quality always understood. Bass stays low, intention high. No goodbye, just knowing eyes that we'll do this all again. Same protocol, yeah, same zen. Lights don't fade, they soften. Room exhales or slower now. Something gentler takes the throne, but the feeling hasn't flown. Bass still warm beneath the floor, just not asking quite as much. Conversations find their pace, every sound has extra space. Glasses rest, the rhythm stays. Night leans back but doesn't break. Nothing lost, nothing gone, just the feeling moving on. We don't need the crescendo, we already know where this goes. In the gentle descent, find a different kind of heaven sent. After the peak, we still remain different speed, the same refrain. Let it breathe, let it slow. Still got miles of night to go, miles of night, softer light. Everything still feels right, just because the fever breaks doesn't mean the magic fades. Someone's jacket on a chair, lipstick mark on crystal wear, evidence of what we were. Now we're something more demure. Tempo drop but not the vibe, still connected to the tribe of the ones who understand how to let the moment land. Smoke rings rising toward the beams, conversation deeper seems when you're not competing with the sound. When the volume comes back down, this is intimacy's hour. Less explosive, more the power of proximity and truth, of the remnants of our youth. After the peak, we still remain different speed, the same refrain. Let it breathe, let it slow. Still got miles of night to go, miles of night, softer light. Everything still feels right, just because the fever breaks doesn't mean the magic fades. Doesn't mean the magic Between the echoes of the beat, that's where calm and motion meet. In the valley after climb, that's where we reclaim our time. Don't mistake the quiet for the end. This is where the night extends into something more profound. In the settling of sound, the best conversations start when the bass releases hard from the prison of the pulse into something more adult, into something more adult. Calm down doesn't mean come down, just means we're on different ground. Eyes are softer in this light, guards are lower, feels more right. Talking about the real things now, the things the bass wouldn't allow. Shoulders touching without thought, connections that can't be barred by the frenzy or the flesh. This the part that's built to last. Morning's not a threat anymore, just another open door leading to the place we find when the night unwinds. It's the epilogue that matters when the ceiling mirror shatters and we're left with who we are underneath the strobing stars. Oh, after the peak we still remain, different speed, the same refrain. Let it breathe, let it slow, still got miles of night to miles. Miles of night, softer light, everything still feels right. Just because the fever breaks doesn't mean the magic fades. It doesn't mean the magic's gone. Just transform to something long and sustainable and sweet, like a slower heartbeat. Neon hums a quieter glow, the groove still follows us home. In our bones, in our chest, the denouement is the best part of any perfect night. The descent from the height, where we learn to integrate everything that felt so great. Lights don't fade, they just refine every shadow, every line. Room exhales and so do we, into who we're meant to be. Back still warm, always will, but the floor is finally still, and in stillness we can hear everything that brought us here. The groove still playing soft and low, the part we take when we go home alone, but not the same. Changed by more than just a name, off a place or of a song. Changed by learning to belong to the rhythm and release, to the motion and the peace. After glasses resting on the bar, neon hums a little low, shadows stretching twice as far. Time moves like molasses flow, baseline heavy, slow and sure. Night knows what it came here for. Conversations thinning out, stillness learning how to sound. Street outside an amber light, footsteps fading into night. Nothing left we need to prove, just this slow and steady groove. Bartender wiping down the wood, everything's understood between the ones who always stay till the night dissolves to gray. Last call ringing soft and clear, no surprise we're still here. Let it ride, don't make it Ice melts slowly in the glass, watching moments as they pass. Every sip deliberate, savoring what's left of it. Some moans cold across a stool. We all know the final rule: you don't rush what's running out. That's what closing time's about. Jukebox playing one last song. We've been humming all along. Not the hits, but the deep cuts, the ones that open up our guts. There's a holiness in this, the almost gone, the final kiss of the night against our lips before reality eclipses. The last call ringing soft and clear. No surprise, we're still here. Let it ride, don't make it vague, it fast. Some grooves built to always last, built to last beyond the door, beyond the closing of the floor. In the walk home, in the bones, in the way we're less alone. Between the end and what comes next, the rhythm takes its final breath, but breath implies it lives again. Tomorrow night, same place, same friends. This isn't ending, just suspended. Nothing broken, nothing ended. Just a pause inside the song. We'll pick up right where we belong. The groove doesn't die, it waits, patient as opening gates, for the faithful to return to the lessons that we learned. In the closing of the bar, in the dimming of the stars that we hung up on these walls, in the echo of last calls. The night doesn't end, it just changes residence, from the bar into our chests, where it finally gets to rest. Now we're counting out our cash, making moments try to last, with extended small talk, stalling, pretending we don't hear them calling. Time, gentlemen and ladies too, but we already knew this was coming since we walked in and saw the way the clock seemed to speed up and slow down, like a record spinning round on a turntable that's dying. But we keep on supplying power to the sound system, 'cause we need it, we miss them, all the hours that we spent in this beautiful descent. One last pour before we go, one last chance to let it show that we're here because we choose to believe in what we lose. Every night when lights come on, every time the magic's gone, but we come back anyway for the ritual, the play. Last call ringing soft and clear. No surprise, we're still here. Let it ride, don't make it fast. Some grooves built to always last, built to last beyond the door, beyond the closing of the floor. In the walk home, in the bones, in the way we're less alone, way we're less alone tonight. Even in the morning light, we'll remember how it felt when the bass line made us melt into something more than one, more than all, more than done. Just a feeling in the air, proof that we were really there. Neon dims but doesn't die. The groove walks with us outside, in the streets that know our names, in the city's closing frames. Bartender locks the door behind, but the rhythm's still inside our heads, our hearts, our stride. On the long walk home with pride that we stayed until the end, with the groove our only friend, who never judges, never ties, who only asks that we admire the beauty and the faith, the perfection as it phrased. The ending, that's not really end. Just see you later, my old friend. Glass is empty on the bar, neon's out but we're not far from the place we'll come back to, when the groove calls us back from back to, from back. last call isn't death, it's sleep. And the promises we keep to return when night returns, for the groove that always burns low and slow and heavy. Sure, this is what we came here for, not the peak but the decline. The last song, the last line of the night that taught us how to be present in the now, even as it slips away, knowing we'll be back someday. Soon. Waiting for the final hush between the night and what comes next. Chairs turn quiet, lights go low, baseline whispers soft and slow. Street outside begins to yawn, night already moving on. Nothing left we need to say. Every sound found its place. What we felt still lingers here, even as the room goes clear. Empty bottles telling stories of the small accumulated glories we collected through the dark. Every moment left its mark. Neon fades, the soul remains. Different light, the same refrain. When the silence takes its turn, that's how nights like this return to us in fragments, traces in the echo of these spaces, where we learn to let things go by loving them enough to know. Cigarette burns in the ashtray, one last ember finds its way through the darkness toward the dawn. Everything we held is gone, back on doesn't mean erased, just transformed and redesigned. Every moment we embrace, lives forever in the mind. Floorboards creaking, final sweep, city starting in its sleep to forget what night it been, but we remember everything. There's a beauty in the closing, in the way the night's composing its final verse before it fades into the coming light parade. Neon fades, the soul remains. Different light, the same refrain. When the silence takes its turn, that's how nights like this return to us in fragments, traces in the echo of these spaces, where we learn to let things go by loving them enough to know. Between the last note and the air, something stays even there. Not the sound, but what it meant. Not the time, but how it's spent in the spaces between beats, where the sacred and profane meets. That's where memory is made, in the presence and the fade. Neon doesn't die, it dreams. Nothing ever ends, it seems. Just transforms into the ghost of the thing we needed most. The soul of a place isn't in the place at all. It's in the people who remember when to call it home. Now the door is locked and still morning, climbing up the hill of the city's sleeping spine, drawing its dividing line between what was and what will be. But that line's not fixed, you see. It's permeable and thin. Night keeps bleeding back in, through the cracks of tomorrow's light, through the memory of tonight, through the way our bodies learn every single away, some part of us will always stay. Yeah, yeah. Neon fades, the soul remains. Different light, the same refrain. When the silence takes its turn, that's how nights like this return to us in fragments, traces, an echo of these spaces where we learn to let things go by loving them enough to know that nothing's truly gone, just transformed and carried on in the chambers of the heart, where the ending is the start, a memory of longing, of the ache of beauty, mistakes we make by staying out too late and finding that the soul is in the binding, not the pages, not the words, but the silence afterward, when we close the book and keep what we found inside the DA. Morning waits but doesn't rush. Neon fades, the soul stays tucked between the dawn and dusk, living in the in-between days. We don't acknowledge much but feel them in the fading touch of nights that changed us grain by grain. The soul remains, city breathing, waking slow, but it knows what we all know, that night will fall again, and when it does, we'll gather here again, not the same but somehow so, in the ways that matter most. We become our own ghosts, haunting places that we love, from below and from above. Neon fading into gray, but the soul will stay long after we have gone away. The baseline sleeping in the walls, waiting for the nightfall's call to wake again and hum its tune beneath the street, beneath the moon. Yon fades, a soul remains in the silence, in between the rain and the pavement and the sky, with everything that made us cry, everything that made us whole stays embedded in the soul of this place, of this night, of this fade into this night. Yon fades, soul stays always all.